60% of professionals earning a high salary cannot survive for more than 1 month without their next paycheck. This reality is not an accident. It is a carefully engineered design. Imagine a professional earning $100,000 a year. On paper, this person is in the top tier of society. They should feel secure, they should feel wealthy, but they do not. Instead, a quiet anxiety hums beneath the surface of their successful life. This is the central paradox of modern wealth. How is it possible to earn so much yet have so little? The answer begins the moment the money arrives. Every 2 weeks, a payment of roughly $4,166 appears. But before taxes, it is already much less. After government deductions, the take-home pay is closer to $3,100. This is where the story gets interesting. This sum of money never truly feels real. It does not land in a physical wallet. It is a digital number on a screen. And almost instantly, a series of invisible transactions begin to carve it up. The system is designed to fragment your income before you can form an emotional attachment to it. First, a significant portion vanishes for housing. Perhaps $2,000 for a modern apartment in a desirable neighborhood. This payment is automatic. It requires no decision. It just happens. Next, another $600 is siphoned away for a car payment and insurance, a vehicle that represents success and mobility. But it is also a mandatory monthly drain. Then come the smaller cuts: $400 for groceries and dining out, $200 for utilities like electricity and internet, $150 for phone plans and streaming subscriptions. Before our high-earning professional has even had a chance to think about building wealth, their $3,100 has dwindled to just a few $100s. This is designed to last for 2 full weeks. This is the phantom wealth effect. The money is yours in theory, but never in practice. You are given all the symbols of prosperity: the nice home, the reliable car, the convenient services. But these are not assets. They are obligations. This system provides just enough comfort to prevent you from asking the most dangerous question of all: why am I not actually getting richer? But the fragmentation of your paycheck is only the first layer of the trap. The second mechanism is far more powerful because it hijacks your own psychology. We call it the lifestyle escalator. Think back to the start of your career. You graduated from college perhaps with student loan debt. The first priority was to get a job, any good job. Let's say you landed a position earning $60,000 a year. For the first time, you had significant disposable income. And what happened next? Your lifestyle automatically inflated to meet that new income. The shared apartment with roommates turned into a solo one-bedroom apartment. The old unreliable car was replaced with a new one on a monthly payment plan. You began to eat at nicer restaurants and take small vacations. You were not saving more. You were simply living better. This feels like progress. It feels like success. The system encourages this feeling every step of the way. Then you get a promotion. Your salary jumps to $90,000 a year. This should be the moment you break free. You could maintain your $60,000 lifestyle and invest the extra $30,000. But almost no one does this. Instead, you step onto the next level of the escalator. The one-bedroom apartment becomes a 2-bedroom. The modest car is upgraded to a luxury model. The vacations become more extravagant. Each salary increase feels like a victory, but in reality, it is tightening the trap. You have now built a financial structure that requires a $90,000 income to sustain itself. You are no longer free to leave your job. You cannot afford a pay cut. You cannot take a risk on starting your own business. You have been given golden handcuffs, comfortable shackles that you willingly placed on your own wrists. The cruel genius of the system is that it does not force you. It merely presents the options. And our human desire for status and upward mobility does the rest. We are conditioned to see progress in what we can show to the world, not in the silent growth of a financial safety net. A chief executive officer earning $500,000 a year can be just as trapped as someone earning $50,000 if their lifestyle demands $450,000 annually. The salary number is a distraction. The only number that truly matters for freedom is the gap between what you earn and what you spend. The system is designed to shrink that gap to almost zero. Consider the story of a man named Mark. He He was a talented engineer in the tech industry. His salary climbed steadily over a decade from $70,000 to $175,000. But as his income grew, so did his anxiety. Every time he considered leaving his high-stress job, a wave of panic washed over him. Why? Because he had committed to a $400,000 mortgage payment. He had 2 car leases. His children were enrolled in expensive private schools. He was on the lifestyle escalator, and it was moving fast. One day, his company offered him another promotion, a $25,000 raise. He felt a surge of relief. He felt like he had finally won, but what happened next changed his perspective forever. 2 months later, his property taxes increased. His adjustable rate mortgage ticked upward. His oldest child needed braces costing several $1,000s. His wife's car needed a major repair. And just like that, the entire $25,000 raise was consumed. His financial stress did not decrease. It remained exactly the same. This is the system's most insidious trick. You believe your pay raises are building wealth, but for most people, they are simply a license to acquire new obligations faster than their income grows. This explains why people at vastly different income levels often report similar feelings of financial pressure. The game is rigged so that your required expenses always expand to meet your available resources. And when you are living paycheck to paycheck, even if it is a very large paycheck, you are predictable. You are controllable. You need your job too much to cause trouble. You cannot take entrepreneurial risks. You cannot invest in your own ideas. All your money is already spoken for. Your landlord, your bank, the car company, they all benefit from your trapped state. You are their guaranteed revenue stream, but you yourself do not benefit. Now is the time to ask yourself a brutally honest question. If you quit your job tomorrow, just walked away, how many months could you survive? How long could you maintain your current standard of living? Be honest with your answer. If that number is less than 3 months, you are in the trap, and you are not alone. Over 60% of professionals earning high incomes are just one missed paycheck away from a financial crisis. That is not security. That is a comfortable prison. The salary trap convinces you that this cycle of work, earn, spend is normal, and that the solution is always to work harder to earn more so you can spend more. But this is not a law of nature. It is a choice that has been subtly made for you. The moment you realize your salary is not making you rich, but is instead keeping you too busy to become rich, everything changes. Because once you see the bars of the cage, you can never unsee them. You begin to ask different questions. Not how can I get a raise, but how can I reduce my obligations? Not what new car can I afford, but how can I build an asset that pays me? This is not about demonizing jobs or earning a good income. It is about awareness changing your behavior. Once you understand the trap is a system, you can begin to dismantle it piece by piece. First, you must stop confusing income with wealth. A $200,000 salary is income. $50,000 in productive investments is wealth. One is temporary and dependent on your labor. The other has the potential to be permanent and work for you. Second, you must intentionally create and protect the gap between your income and expenses. This feels counterintuitive in a world that encourages you to spend. But it is the only mechanism that leads to freedom. Third, you must redirect the money from that gap into assets, not liabilities. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of it. And most importantly, you must build optionality. The moment you have a safety net of 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved, something fundamental shifts in your psychology. You are no longer desperate. You can negotiate for a better salary with real confidence. You can leave a toxic work environment. You can take a calculated risk. The ultimate goal is not just to earn more. The goal is to become independent from the requirement that you must earn more. Because the moment you do not need that next paycheck to survive, you are finally free. The salary trap is sophisticated, but it is not inescapable. The people who break free are not smarter than you. They simply became aware of the game being played. They saw the system for what it was, and they decided that comfort was not the same as freedom. You now have that same choice. Subscribe for more insights on mastering your money and achieving true financial independence.